everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am bringing you a 3 looks 1 palette using the Conspiracy palette by Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. I've already done a shop with me, an unboxing, giving you swatches, first impressions, and I've also done a first impressions of the actual eyeshadows. I will link all of those 3 videos in the cards and also in the description box below. So we're gonna jump straight into look number 1, but before we get started, I just want to remind you guys to please subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications so that you're notified every single time I post a new video. I'm gonna start by applying some Tarte Shape Tape to my eyelids. Before I did that, I wanted to show you guys that Trisha did stain my eyelids. I washed my face twice already, once last night and once this morning, and it's still there. It's all good. It should go away by like the next time. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that really quickly. And I've also kept some of my translucent powder under my eyes because another experience that I had yesterday playing with the colorful eyeshadows was that I had a lot of fallout and I couldn't move it. So I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal, you could barely tell, but if you looked hard enough you would know it's there. So what should we go for today? I have a look in mind. So let's go into Tanacon right here. The kickback of this palette is crazy. I'm gonna go with this higher than my crease. These shadows are very soft and pigmented. That's what I've noticed. And most of them are very creamy. Look at that. That looks gorgeous. I think I want to add just a touch of my pills just to blend this out a little further. I love this mirror, you guys. It is so huge, and as you can see, like, it goes all the way up to the ears. It could have easily cut off right here, but that wouldn't have looked right. I'm gonna go in with this tapered blending brush and I'm gonna dip into cheese dust. Look at that, I barely tapped. I'm gonna go right in my crease very carefully and just add a hint of orange. Checking in from time to time, see how far I want to take it. I'm not gonna go all the way in, I'm gonna stay right there. Now I'm gonna take a stiffer blending brush and I'm just gonna go over cheese dust and I'm gonna blend it into Tanacon. The next shade that I want to go in with is Not a Fact down here, which is this beautiful berry color. But if I remember correctly, Not a Fact has the same consistency as food videos, and I actually struggled with that shade. So what I'm going to do is I am going to lay down some of this C13 by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I'm actually going to go in with this very tiny shader brush. Okay, so before this dries on me, I'm gonna go in with Not a Fact with a shader brush, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna do the same thing to my other eye as well. Okay, so I'm finally done blending all of this out and I think it looks really good. The only thing I would tell you guys is when you apply your concealer, make sure it's all the way patted down, because if it's not smooth enough, the eyeshadow is going to cling on to those patches and make it look a little bit patchy, even though I feel like that was my fault. Like that right in there, and you can see the difference in the smoothness of both eyes. So yeah, that's just a little tip that I will give you guys on that. I had no fallout this time, so this powder down here was pointless. Okay, now I'm gonna work on my lower lash line. I think I'm just gonna mix Tanacon and cheese dust together, just in the outer half of my eye though, just to connect and wrap this around. Now I'm gonna go into Ranch and use it as my highlight. And going back into Tanacon just a little bit, I'm gonna blend my crease and my highlight together. Alright, so I'm gonna go pop on a pair of lashes, do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. So in my first impressions, I created my own lipstick per se. I lined my lips with Iced Latte. Oh my god. Alright, you guys, so this is look number 1. What do you guys think? I think it turned out so so good. There's just a lot of blending involved. That's all I'm gonna say for now. I'm gonna save all of my final thoughts for the end of the video. Now let's move on to look number 2. So I went ahead and applied some blush, some bronzer, and some lashes. Now the only thing I have left to do is apply a lipstick. Don't know which one to do. I'm leaning more towards this combo, or maybe just the red by itself, because this eye look is totally giving me some Christmas vibes and I'm all for it. So I think I'm gonna go with Are You Filming? This is look number 2. Now let's move on to look number 3, and at the end I will give you all of my final thoughts. So we have come to the end of the 3 Looks 1 palette using the Conspiracy palette, and this is look number 3, and out of all 3 this is actually the easiest one that I created, actually out of the 4, because I did create another look for you guys as the first impressions of the eyeshadows. Most of these colors have not worked out for the eye looks that I've created. This one is very matchy, but I don't think I would wear this out. The colors that were chosen for this, in my opinion, don't really correlate with the eyeshadows. My favorite out of all of them is obviously the gloss. The gloss, it is, you guys, when it comes back in stock, you guys need to get this. This has already become a part of my makeup routine and I just love it. It's very lightweight, it's huge, it's just a great mirror to have to get up close and personal. And like I said, it's not heavy at all. Recently, someone asked me if I consider this a beginner-friendly palette, and in my humble opinion, I do not think it is. Some of the eyeshadows, obviously, like this first row right here, they're neutrals. They're easier to blend. As you get down to these 2 rows right here, they get a little bit more challenging. Some of the mattes in this palette, like Food Videos and Not a Fact, they are very dry and very hard to work with. You need to lay down a base, and my favorite one that I found was the Jeffree Star concealer, because if you try to lay it down by itself, it's just not going to show up. And I went back so many times into the eyeshadow to get it to the pigmentation that I got it to. I feel like this would be a good investment if you're trying to get adventurous with your eyeshadow, if you're trying to learn about eyeshadow. I feel like you have a good enough range within textures and colors. I'm not trying to say that these are bad eyeshadows. I'm just saying that they're a little bit harder to work with, and it definitely took some time, took some patience to blend some of these out. From my personal experience with this palette that I've been testing it out for what, like a week and a half now, those are my 2 cents on that. Overall, I am obsessed with this palette. So I hope you guys enjoyed this 3 looks 1 palette, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.